Hello, mister.
She clutches a small stuffed animal. Occasionally, she twirls it around.
亲爱的，你有牛的好处啊。
Oh, I had gloves.
Where did you get this?
Found them when Lemmy and I were playing hide.
She doesn't want you to think she stole them.
I hid them. The twins were gonna take them.
We're going to need those gloves.
Oh. They're in my sandcastle. Behind our house. Under the sand. You can break the looby. My mom tells me I'm a big girl. But she doesn't know that.
Kids.
Yes, I am. Little Lily. You know my mom? That's nice. My mom is great. She's never... Yes. They look the same. Some they look identical. It's a grouse.
You might be able to get on Gart's good side if you make up for the skewer you broke.
I don't know. Sure. I mean, you already took it. I don't like it anyway. It's Lammy!
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly...
Yes. Very soft. Isn't he soft? Bye!
哦哦哦！像那个猫猫玩具盒要给你寄吗？
Weather has not been kind to Lily's little sandcastle. The once mighty towers are quickly eroding away. You can see something shining back to you from what must have been a vast underground catacomb network.
因为可能很贵。
The little castle? The reigning lord must have come upon some...
The walls and floors give way to the giant's greed, collapse and...
Congratulations.
你要你留着也行。那我可以再买。You see a once bright mural towering.
And Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how they are... You officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez?
Nice to meet you.
Yes, hypertext.
He's just making up fancy words. This doesn't mean anything.
Oh yes, so Mikhail? They had to deal with money. No, I can't say that we've met before, but I've heard of him. Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio.
The man speaks in the artificial cadence of a professor.
But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see.
This man is your... Well, get a load of this guy. He really enjoys his trivia. The Orbis programming language was named after its...
No, I'm afraid I can't help you with this.
So you haven't seen...
No, I'm sorry. As I said, this is...
He's telling the truth. He hasn't...
Aha! But it's not just any... What not a lot of people know is, this used to be the R&D department of...
Hold on. What's R&D?
That's not surprising. They started out as a midway electronics outfit. Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. It was here in Martinez, possibly in this an elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrets, which is a feat of engineering even today's giants. Rein, ICN and indeed.
The revolution!
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. All of this was built by Feld, even the boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D. Yes, they even built a pleasure.
A pleasure wheel?
Yes, to lure in their star engineers. Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well for the boys. But this story is a bit...
Wait, is he saying that we should just bypass the excesses of the revolution?
Tape computers. They used them for military communications. What's the Mars Decree? I mean the radio transmission.
A short-lived legislation.
It's a beautiful piece of text, actually. As thing as I tried to get Mikhail to memorize it. Tried to. Someone was much too interested. Actually, no one knows. No one even knows what to...
Buckle up.
10 years ago, I did a little freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a special consultant for an
Wait, did he did it. He said, what the hell is a Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center? And who the hell?
The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center for Contemporary Art. The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of... In fact, I'm not. The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center is a place you can... But perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As a...
Made of black film and folding tape structures.
Very, very cool. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains... Who knows? Maybe it was an accident, or maybe they didn't want the tick... But of course, what else? I do have some money, yes, but...
No, I mean, come on. You need the money. If it's not a thing, he can give you some.
Oh no, I don't have it on me, officer. I was talking in more... I'm just spending time with my kid here, showing him...
Not that he would have to worry about being robbed. He looks surprisingly buff.
I do some...
Lo Mantang stick fighting is a form of martial arts originating from the island of Lo Mantang.
Actually, a great many cultures have their own version of stick...
He does off as he Man, he's good at...
But anyway, I'm boring you with details again. You were saying? Lomantang stick fighting is a little like...
Wait, what does this man know about pyrrolidon addiction?
You got me, detective. But my history should have...
Dad's fighting with sticks every night after dinner.
That's right, Mikhail. It also has a meditative quality. No, thanks to you...
Pick your brain, if anything. The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind.
No. I had a partner once. They called him Eyes, because he had to show me things. Well enough, actually. It's odd how that works.
Someone has left an unidentified... The cloth, if you can still call it that. It's streaked with dried seed.
Please tell me you're not taking that with you. It's a guano-encrusted jacket.
The smell. It's awful, and it doesn't help. Don't you recognize it? That it is something cold wakes in the pit of your... The lieutenant has... There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, 2 empty bottles.
A tragedy.
Whoever tossed it here was a heavy smoke. Red Astra is the black market. You see traces of May. It's no older than a... A man lies on the boardwalk. Half of his body has slipped between the...
Hold on. Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is.
Another dead body. Calm now. Carefully, he's wearing mud-caked boots. You find some sunflower seeds and a rain...
Good. We should take a look at that library card.
The man has fallen through a crack. You have to be quite inebriated. His expression is dull, like this. Height, 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly hair, stout. There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. A dried chunk of blood covers...
I don't see any other major wounds, do you? Seems like the head wound was fatal. It's exactly the shit.
They screech under your feet. He could have easily a 0.75 liter Tallulah vodka with its mid-market spirits. With a
tear all around her. I'd prefer if you didn't collect them this time.
Grabowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The blackness of death.
He ate the whole pack, right? It's too... I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario. Even...
The entire boardwalk.
Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot. But that's just a...
At least this man knew how to party. Imagine the same scene without the bottle. Now that would be just sad.
We do know that he was married. But you're right. Let's not run ahead. For death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive. Oh yes. Some symptoms of acute... But I think that death arrived through head trauma. No, I don't see anything that points in...
Yes, but what if there's a killer on the loose? 2 suspicious deaths in such a short...
A sequence killer? There's nothing that connects those 2 bodies. This is... Yes, but I just wanted to make it clear it's not a sequence killer, okay? What about it? The deceased ate some kebab. It's probably from a nearby place, maybe in the box. They'll seal this place off after the news reaches. Not that sealing it off would keep anyone away. It does seem to be a pretty straightforward... From where I stand, I can see 2 options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own. A field autopsy isn't necessary if the cause of... I'd say we should just write down head trauma and leave it at that. That's good call. The guys at processing can take care of the rest. Alright, the station is going to want details, however.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic. You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable. Calling. Still, this feels wrong. End of tone.
Pierre, is that you, Pierre? So nice of you to find the time. Are you sure?
Her voice is dry. You get a sinking feeling. It makes you look if Lieutenant Kitsuragi overheard you, to your relief. Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut. Nothing happened.
I don't think that... Do you think our suspect is hiding inside?
The lieutenant nods. The carving on the door is block-like and angular. The surface is smooth from this cheap-looking padlock. It'll be easier to break the staple than the lock. Also, you see a yellow circle with 2 X's and a big curve below them. There is something blindingly modern about this symbol. He takes off his glasses and you...
No. Looks like a dead man smiling. Suggests junior delinquency. For Revachol aussi, the moral intern defined junior delinquents as minors between the ages of... These acts aren't called crimes as they would be for adults. I haven't seen that sticker before, and I'm not a youth. That level of conceptual thinking is not part of my skill set.
There's nothing like the sound of a sticker unpeeling. Now it's stuck to your thumb. Looks like today was a the padlock passes through. Should you want to get through,
Maybe we should circle the building first, and look. Can you hear the pulsing bass underneath the wind?
There's something on the sea ice there. An old door, worn by elements.
It's military. The washerwoman mentioned a depot at the coast. She said it was...
There is no success. You didn't succeed.
We don't get in there. Frankly, you're just going...
No. We've gotten into every door thus far. That's what we do. We open doors.
Yeah, I understand you. I like opening doors. Relax. No one's hiding in there. If we can't open...
At least you can think about opening it. About doors in general. Date of birth generator. You were born in the year 07. In the last year of the wooden doors. A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early...
Oh.
Everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold. You...
What? Yeah, I heard...
Yes. What do you mean? Yeah, man. Got any dope? We need some dope bad.
He's really shaking and everything.
Trying to score some dope, man.
What's smack?
The D, man.
What's the D?
Diamorphine, girl. Quit.
Diamorphine? But that hasn't been...
Really? What's that?
Hunch is like...
B-hydroxyphenothiazine. It's the Dark Lord himself.
Okay. That's real bad. We're from the police, by the way.
Oh, of course. Right. No.
Just no?
It's pretty desolate here. I own a cell. Why? Okay, it's Burger. This is a portable recording actually just one wire. I picked on it till a contact mic records sounds from it.
Your mangled brain would like you to know there is a boxer called No Idea.
Same place I got the recorder from, the Palaceum. Oh man, you haven't been to the Palaceum? It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians... Oh yeah, guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck. Or really be a Palaceum. I don't know what that means either. That's cool. Sucks, man. Was there something else? About the contact mic, perhaps? The mic? I don't exactly... Yeah, I record stuff. No. This is a contact...
That's not fair. And an understatement. An entire litany spews forth.
Yes? Okay. Recording, I guess. I think I'm recording cracks in the ice. But there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. The musicians in the Palaceum use them for me. Anyway.
The girl is cold.
I don't really know what I'm doing.
Take this, your call.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool.
It's okay.
That? The boys think it could be a place. Like the... Yeah.
And why is that?
They got too much stuff crammed in there. Music stuff, mostly. Like, that stuff is more expensive than I am. More... Go ahead. Well, it's just questioning, right? You're just questioning me. Once or twice, yeah. I'm sorry I haven't had... Rich people. Rich people are east of the river. Aren't they? I thought they were... Maybe you're right. The usual. I had a shit... You know, drinking, getting into fights.
Interesting term. Time to...
Is this a rhetorical question?
Faubourg, not in Faubourg. It's a massive banlieue south of Jamrock Quarter. It is the largest ghetto in Revachol. Possibly the world.
My dad was a drunk. Plus, I guess, I just wanted to drink too, you know. Get my party on. All right.
The device is still warm from her. Nothing to emote over. You put the device...
Okay.
Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center. You're at home, stupid cop. Not with the art crap. The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering.
Come on! Get in and close the flap behind you. The warm's... Sorry. You'd better...
You go ahead.
I'm actually not.
I'm sure you will feel right.
A young man with peroxide.
Hardcore! It's hardcore! Skibbity, skibberdange.
Could there have been a right?
Go speak to Andre. I'm just annoyed.
You see, a youngish man.
Hello, I'm Andre.
There is definitely something futuristic, imbecilic. Yes, should the his grip is strong.
This is my posse.
The young man with earrings. Look.
An egg. Egg! together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some... You see, we've been all over Jam...
Oh, the sofa.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead.
Place is a
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. Which brings me to the problem of Occupy... I'm talking about the church. And I'm not exaggerating.
Dopehead. Burnouts.
Well, I'm sad to say, that's a
Strike that.
and sadder yet, because the dope...
He leans back a little, watching you with good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
Oh, if it was just like that, it would be fine. But they're also spooky. I was hoping you would be the judge of that office. Also, people just want to spin tape.
Thank you.
So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff. All right, man.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously.
Yes, I asked Noid to install a measure. I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work. Of course. All right.
You sense the trajectory of the little piece of ka-ching. The key hits your palm. The speed freaks nod to you approvingly. The speed freak, a respectful nod. You proved something here.
Not long. Like a week, maybe? I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on.
Somewhere in the ruinous past that led you here, there was something called...
Exactly. The cage. Egg means the situation. Sure, man. Tell us what you want to... Truth is, I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know how many there are. All we've seen are glimpses. Yes, there's all... When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was one of them has wires running into...
Andre!
Oh, and it felt like...
No!
Which I...
Felt like silence. Awful silence.
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church. A couple of times. And we felt some... Sure, why not?
But not really. Brown hair. Old.
What Noid...
So brown and older, Ruby might have dyed her hair.
Like, you aren't alone.
It wasn't quite...
Not human. As non-human.
It was this dark shape climbing upside down. Yeah, you know. The way
It was stalking a set...
Odd. Crabs are usually marine creatures and not known for climbing walls.
Crab neck! Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't...
You should ask her about it. But be nice.
You should talk to Noid about that. I just got a distinct burnout and dopehead sign from them.
With a small surge of PEA, alertness fills you. As
Good idea. Well, honestly...
this is a below feeble attempt at avoidance. Basically, he is attempting.
I'm 70% sure they're substance users. Don't let the Sure. What? He's a quiet man. Mostly communicates through music. And by being a well, he's just kind of here. Yeah, sometimes. When I...
The man's smart. I get it. He's a puzzle.
Oh yeah, that's a meteor and name for the...
If you don't know what the founding party is, there might be a way to mask it with minor demagoguery.
Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know? I can't give you a precise definition, and they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericarnassian Church. Plus, totally.
The Pericarnassian Church is about love. Love is
Unity. Unity.
Make some noise for my...
You feel it. The anodes and the cathodes coursing through you. Your big toe starts tapping along to the base, as if testing the wall. Feels good.
Yeah!
Do it for the mass. I didn't want to say it.
The one with the large head is still looking at you.
Yes. What? Yeah, good to have, bitch to carry. Oh, it's the one they...
It's like he's lying to you, my liege. But he's slippery enough that there's nothing. He nods enthusiastically. No doubt, a little. A number of things. How about gather around, kids? The young speed freak, the one with their would-be leader, is less amused.
But you still are.
What happened? I've been trying to say we need the next...
Shut it.
What? I have! I've said...
The young speed freak is silent.
I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion.
One speaker. They have one speaker.
What do you mean, friend? It's a one-speaker system. It's my...
This may be the brain damage talking, but you've definitely never...
And of all cellular-based life. No shit. That's... Come on, that's... I meant to say, not true. What do you mean?
There's resignation in his voice. He's almost ready to drop the act. It wouldn't take a lot of pushing.
Really? You wanted to just ask me about something else? Okay. As always. So you had a talk with Andre, and now you want... That's fine, man. But I've got to warn you, a sticker.
Interesting. He wants you to describe...
Seems like my creation has found its way into the league. The dead guy smiling. He defeated history. We are in the present moment, or maybe he's not...
Or drugged out of his mind, come to think of it.
Or drunk. Or in a clip. Simplicity was brought to... Well, hardcore is the sticker, the clothes, the music. It is. I guess one could write an entire treatise on the thing. But what for? Weird stuff. Wires going into water. Gives off a spy sign.
The People's Republic of Samara is a product of Revachel's sister revolution on the Grand Isola.
Most of it doesn't exist. Psionic powers, pale-related disease. The hardcore aesthetic is... I can see that. Further sign matching with... I'm doing what I can.
He looks like a well-thought...
Nah. You heard me.
Homosexuals underground. Maybe you should stop obsessing about your own and other people's sex. The young man with...
This is hardcore. Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega, internally coherent. Good morning, yeah! 1, 2, 3, Yekokata! It's the message, so listen.
Hi again. So, truth is, I don't really... Well, when I first scouted the place, back in... One of them as wide...
Andre!
Oh.
No! We felt like sad.
Not exactly. We've just... Sure. What? As always...
A pane of Eternite, barely holding it up. It could fall. The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk. Heavy wooden door, the lock turned.
Let's go.
A great whoosh of air in the heart. A machine stands in the corner.
A radio computer.
These machines...
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case. A radio computer. No, I don't know how to operate it or what it's used for.
This is the Ream Prefect radio computer. A model. The Ream Prefect is the governmental version of the commonly used Ream Civic. You see, Verescent, the lieutenant, says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected behind the hatch. This is the machine's filament, a bar of fab. Oh no, it was all the static.
Good afternoon,
This is a human interface. A retired person sitting behind a screen.
The filament you have inserted into the core, I don't know. That's what I'm asking. Good.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer.
Received.
That sounds bad.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you? The company on whose name? One moment. Fortress accident.
That's not bad.
Any other questions? Yes, I am.
She repeats passwords. Programming people are wrong.
I work as a repeater. As for me,
On an island on the river.
now, please tell me if there. Goodbye.
The machine's keyboard is still. Nothing happens. In white, silver, and apricot. This is her innocence. Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her. Cold wind seeps in from the crack in the glass. The woman looks down at you standing there. She acknowledges the passing of someone who is still alive as that terrible word passes through you. Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times as you stand in the apricot-colored light of the window. A jigsaw of broken shards falls into place in front of you. A ghost. Unknown. A motor carriage. A gunshot. The escutcheon on her throne says, Irene, the small figures of wise men. Below both women, in lumen, and then along after life, death, after death, life again.
Death? This exaltation is common in Dolorian sacralism. In the early years, it was even incorporated. It was deemed subservient to use justice, union, prudence, and force. Eyes cool.
The mother of humanism towers above you, a wax painting. Despite the damage you've done to yourself, no amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the highest category of historic more. And innocence is elected, and innocence is infallible. The decisions made by one are not decisions. They are, no, we are alone. As did we all. The lands of the Mesk, and in a city called Advesperaskit, in Vesper, Messina, she was dressed in a white and pearl dress on an emptied-out plaza with, oh yes, she looked like humanity's young mother. Midwinter snow was beating the cobblestone. One of the men in this secret service killed her 22 years later, something that had walked in our midst. Dolores Day was shot in the chest with a fowling piece. This inhuman quality was witnessed by many others as well, glowing lungs and all. 300 years ago, in the wake of the discovery, many things, you know she was a woman of the court. Terribly, women of the court were expected to play both. She made the most of her position in the antediluvian court. She was an almost preternaturally magnetic, and it was on her advice that Irene La Navigateur. She was crowned 2 years after the first Wow, indeed. When her innocence was bystanders report, that is why the lungs are the symbol. Terrifying is that although she's often considered to be she was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the Mesk state tried to detach itself, suggesting those she adored chess, yes, but also military war. Little is known of her Marchese husband. This subtle terror.
Officer, you've stood there for over. What are you thinking of, if I may ask? That she is. A great sacred. In this church, I mean. The coast in general. We shouldn't linger.